Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I ran across a 1980 film directed by Robert Kaylor. I believe it's Kaylor, 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 Carny, which is essentially a look into the life of the Carnival. As seen through the eyes of Jodie Foster's Donna, Jodie does not show much in this movie. I know it shows her in some sexy lingerie, but she doesn't show much, and this is a film about her running off essentially to join the Carnival because she has a boring home life and a crappy boyfriend. So it is something of a weak premise, but this film has essentially no real plot. It is a coming-of-age film with three separate segments. There is the Jodie Foster, her life and joining the Carnival segment. There is the second act, which is her acceptance in the Carnival. And then there is the third act, which is when there is finally a real problem that emerges for them to address. It is not a totally great film. It is a good film, sort of a dark, dramatic comedy. And primarily what this film does is it shows you the life of Carnival performers, how the Midway Games are rigged, what it's like to be one of the freaks in the freak show. There is, I looked on IMDb, it did not state that there was nudity in this film. There is definitely nudity in this film. There is actually a scene where there's a stripper tent at the Carnival, and you do get to see a good amount of that particular show. And, this whole thing is sort of almost narrated by the love interest played by Gary Busey. Gary Busey's Frankie. He's an unmistakable, gnarled Carny performer. And Gary Busey has always been a great actor. He's very distinctive. He has a voice that carries, that you can tell it's him no matter how much makeup he's wearing. But again, the thing about Carny is it really tries to be more of an art film, gives you a very sort of dark beginning with this truth about, hey man, this ain't about fun and games. This is how people make their living. It's an ugly way to make a living, and this is what we're showing you. And then, as they're putting this out, there's both light and darkness. There's being part of the Carnival and learning how the Carnival works. And all that is very interesting if it weren't for something that... Most of that is really common knowledge now. I believe this film may have sparked... In the 90s and early 2000s, there were a lot of exposés about the Carnival and how Carnival games really just screwed you. And they don't actually put out that these games are all that bad. It's just that they are rigged, and you make somebody gets upset, you let them win. That's how Fred, come on, you're part of this. And that's the thing. I have to say that because I found this online, because it was free, I very much enjoyed it. It's not a must-see movie. It's a great movie to watch if you're going to be there, have some beers with your friends. Jodie Foster is an attractive lady. I liked watching her. The actual woman that does take her clothes off is something I believe they would refer to as a MILF. She's in her, mid to late 30s, perhaps even early 40s, still in good shape. You can tell she's an older woman, still trying to make a living off of her body. And I think that was an artistic choice. I can't say much for her routine. I wouldn't say, oh man, this is really awesome. It showed a lot of style and grace. I can also not say it was really hot and heavy. It didn't absolutely get me, wanting to stop the movie and take a trip to the restroom or take a trip to the kitchen for some ice water. Didn't do that. But other than that, Carny, it's a good little film. It's one of those good little films that there's nothing to really dislike about it. There's nothing to really say is absolutely great about it. It's a great piece of 80s Americana. I would recommend it for guys. It is definitely a guy movie. Go watch it, drink a beer, have a slice of pizza. You'll have a great time. Watch it with your girlfriend? Maybe not so much. Anyway, that was what I thought of the film. So I'd like to know, down in the comments below, what is your favorite Carnival game? I'd like to know that because I don't remember playing Carnival games. Something about winning goldfish. Didn't have much of a childhood. Yeah, so let me know about your childhood down in the comments below. I'm Richard Neal.